how will you find a job that you love? And it seems like it's an elusive thing for people, and so elusive to people to say it's not possible, and you have to compromise, and so on and so forth. And there's some kind of like advice like do something you love, which is not always really helpful.
No.
From a worker's perspective, how would they, or how can they assess a company? Say if they're going through, the interview process, how can they assess the culture? But more importantly, how do they know they might fit in? What type of questions can they ask, or what type of information should they be looking for outside of your generic job description or your generic value statement?
I'll start with a few traps that we get into an interview process, right? I think the first realization, you've got to realize that job interviews are more like a first date than a family reunion, right? So you're not actually getting to see in an interview process the reality of the day. And one of the things that happens to us just mentally as interviewees is we're very sort of susceptible to confirmation bias. Yeah. So let's assume I'm in a wrong fit experience and I've got this job interview with this great brand, this company I love, all these things. I'm walking in there really, really wanting to make a decision to go there. And as a result, if you look at the truth of everything I could find out or know about a company, because I'm motivated to make a decision, confirmation bias limits the information I pay attention to. And often we only pay attention to the information that justifies the decision we want to make.
Yeah.
And so one of my first things is watch for that cognitive trap and make sure that you're taking the time to look at, am I paying attention to everything? Because one of the things that came up through the interviews was when I asked people in wrong fit experiences, when did you know? Almost everyone universally paused, smiled, and said, I knew in the interview process, and I went anyway.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the bigger title, I wanted more pay, I wanted to be valued. They saw me. And that tripped them up to make that decision. And we know that pay has very little correlation to long-term job satisfaction above a certain level, right? And so I think that's the first thing I would say is just watch out for that.